Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. So we shall chant 536th verse again. Yesha Swayam Jyotirananta Shaktihi Atma Prameya Sakalanubhutihi Atma Prameya Sakalanubhutihi Yameva Vijñāya Vimukta Bandhaha Jayatyayam Brahma Viduttamottamaha. So in the morning we have seen, to know the self, you don't need anything else. The right means of knowledge is the Upanishad Vakyas, Mahavakyas, the Guru's Upadesha. And apart from that, you don't need anything else. So no Desha, Kala, Asana, Dig, Yama, Lakshya, Adi. Because to know oneself, what else you need? To know a person himself as a Devadatta, he need not anything else. So to know oneself, you don't need anything else. And after seeing that, in fact everything is illumined by this self and nothing can illumine this self. So this is the pure self. Eva Eshaha Swayam Jyotihi. It is self-effulgent. Ananta Shaktihi. This is the first time he is using this phrase. Ananta Shaktihi. It is infinite power. Powerhouse. Source of all power. Ananta Shaktihi. Atma Aprameyaha. It cannot be compared to anything. It cannot be described. And Sakala Anubhutihi. Everybody's experience. I am. No, we say, no. I am, we say. But only thing is, we do not know this I am to be independent of this body mind. We know it's only as body mind. Otherwise, it is Sakala Anubhuti. In the deep sleep, even without the body mind, still the self is Yameva Vijñāya Vimukta Bandhaha. Knowing this Vidwan, the Brahmavid, he becomes free of all bondages. And Uttamottamaha Jayati Ayam, and he is always victorious. He has defeated, meaning what? All the Maya Bandha. He has conquered the Prakriti and he is always abiding in this. So he is victorious. Jayati Ayam. Okay, now moving on to the next verse. 537. न किद्यते नो विषयै प्रमोदते न सज्जते नापि विरज्यते च स्वस्मिन् सदा क्रीडति नन्दति स्वयं निरन्तरानन्दरसेन तृप्तः न किद्यते नो विषयै प्रमोदते न सज्जते नापि विरज्यते च स्वस्मिन् सदा क्रीडति नन्दति स्वयं निरन्तरानन्दरसेन तृप्तः न किद्यते. He is never grieved. If he lost something, he never grieves. Na kidyate. No vishayehi pramodate. When he happens to get something of his liking, na pramodate, he is not overjoyed. Swamiji, will he also have any likes and dislikes? The mind may have likes and dislikes, but he is not the mind. He is other than the mind. So whatever objects conducive when it presents itself before him also, he is not overjoyed. Na pramodate. See, priya moda pramoda we have seen, na? Na pramodate. Na sajjate. He is not attached to anything. Na api virajjate va. Meaning he is not also averse to anything. Virajjate means not averse to anything. He is not attached or he is not having any aversion towards anything. Nirantara ananda rasena triptaha. He is fully contented, enjoying the nirantara, unbroken, ananda rasena, with the essence of the bliss of his self. He is triptaha, very much contented. Therefore, swasmin sada kridati. He sports, kridati means he sports in himself. Nandati swayam. And he is so blissful by himself. Nandati, nandati, nandatyeva. So it means he doesn't need anything from the world outside for his fulfillment or for his joy. So he entertains himself, means what? He plays, he sports within himself. And he is so joyful within himself, very contented. We want some entertainment now outside, that is why we go out. But he is very much entertained fully within himself. How? That is how it is. And he is triptaha, fulfilled. And ananda sanubhutihi. So he is enjoying the essence of the bliss. Therefore, for him, there is no need for the world. In fact, there is no world for him. And he is not at all dependent on the world. Of course, hunger and thirst, as long as the prarabdha remains, it will be satiated. He is not concerned about that. Because now he is not wanting to live or to die also. He comes as, he takes as it comes. So, such an exalted state, the jnani is. See, the ignorant is attached to the sense objects. And then the sadhaka is asked to withdraw. Viragata. You have to withdraw. Vairagyam it is said. But this person, he doesn't see anything other than himself. Therefore, what he can accept, what he can reject, what he can get attached, from what he can run away. So, kolluvadarku mundilai, talluvadarku mundilai. He doesn't accept anything or rejects anything. He remains as his own self. And he is so contented, satisfied, and he sports within himself. There he lives. So this is our state, not anybody's state. It is our true state. So when we can avoid in the self, this would be our sthiti. Now our sthiti is, we are swayed by the moods. Some days we are happy, some days we are sad. And we want something, we don't want other things. Is it not so? But he is always the same, enjoying the bliss and is contented within himself. Whatever happens, he is not disturbed. He never disturbs anybody and he is not disturbed by anybody. This is one of the main marks of a true jnani. He never disturbs anybody. Unnecessarily, he never shakes anybody's faith. He never gets disturbed also. Nobody can disturb him. Such an exalted state he is living. Kshudham dehavyatam tyaktva bhalakridati vastuni tathaiva vidwan ramate nirmamo niraham sukhi kshudha dehavyatam tyaktva bhalakridati vastuni tathaiva vidwan ramate nirmamo niraham sukhi. Kshudham deha vyatam tyaktva. Giving up kshudham, the hunger, deha vyadam, the bodily exhaustion, balaha, the child, kridati vastuni. It plays with its toys. See, howsoever you compel the child to come and eat, when it is very involved with the play or the toys, it will not come. And even though the child may be very tired and exhausted, but when it is very involved, when it is very excited about new toys, when it is playing, then it may not mind the hunger or the exhaustion. It is playing, the child. Similarly, tataiva vidwan ramate. Like that, this vidwan is not concerned about anything, hunger or thirst, or bodily exhaustion or pain. He ramate, always revels in his own self. Nirmamo niraham sukhi. He has got no mamata or ahamta. And he is always sukhi. He is blissful. He revels in himself. See, here kshudham means hunger. Hunger means for more and more objects. That also can be interpreted that way. So nirmamaha, he doesn't want anything. He doesn't identify with anything. So nirmamaha. Pain. Ahankara is the pain. Exhaustion. So he has got no mamata and ahamta. He is not concerned about anything. Either hunger, thirst, or bodily exhaustion, pain, nothing. Always, ever he revels in his own self. Sukhi, and therefore he is always blissful. See, sometimes we may find him to be not also well, but not like us. His abidance is nirantara. Though he may appear to be dull because of the illness, but he is reveling in the self only. See? He may be in the ICU with all the tubes inside, but still he is reveling. Why? Because it is unbroken. Once it becomes sahaja, then there is no slipping away. So we cannot fathom his depth, his real existence. So all the appearances are misleading always. So therefore it is very, very hard to serve a Mahatma, because we become very judgmental, and not only that, we get very disillusioned. So disillusioned, Paho, and he is like that. What can he do? The body and mind will remain like that only. You understand? So Swamiji is giving all disclaimers now only. No, it's not that. I am not telling anything. Here Adi Shankara is saying that. So his abidance, his reveling in the self is unquestioned. And then the next words. How he lives. The real Mahatma who is abiding in the self, how he lives. Chinta shunyamadainy bhaikshamashanam Panam saridvarishu Swatantrena nirankusha Stitirabihi Nidra shmashane vane Vastram shalana shoshanadirahitam Digvastu shayyamahi Sancharo nigamanta viti shubidam Kridha pare brahmani. What a wonderful words. Chinta shunyamadainy bhaikshamashanam Panam saridvarishu Swatantrena nirankusho stitirabihi Nidra shmashane vane Vastram shalana shoshanadi rahitam. Digvastu shayyamahi. Sancharo nigamanta viti shubhidham. Kridha pare brahmani. The very first and foremost characteristic of a Brahmanishta is Chinta Shunyam. He never worries about anything. Chinta Shunyam. In fact, he never thinks about anything. Chinta Shunyam. Adhainya Bhaiksham Ashanam. What he eats, Ashanam. Adhainya Bhaiksham. He goes for alms. He goes begging. Bhaiksham means whatever he gets out of alms, that too adhainyam. You know what is adhainyam? Without compromising his self-respect. Adhainyam. Without compromising his self-respect. Whatever he gets, that only he eats. For him, that is not a big thing. So, adhainyam, bhaiksham, ashanam. And what about water? Where will he get water? Is there bistillery available? No, pavam. Panam saridvarishu. So, whatever water he gets from the river, saridvarishu. Now you cannot drink water from the river. Then you will die soon. But those days, maybe before the industrial revolution, the people were able to drink water from the river. But even now you can drink water from Ganges. Nothing. You can. I have drunk. You have to drink. At least this thing. No, you have to drink. Nothing will happen. Don't worry. Panam saridvarishu. So his panam is not Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Whatever water available in the river, he drinks and is satisfied. And swatantrena. What is his sthiti? Swatantrena, total freedom. Nobody can control him. Nirankusha. Ankusha means, you know what? That weapon used for elephant to bring it back to control. Ankusham. Nirankusha, nobody can control him. Vananga mudi. Adangada, yadarkum adangada. So Nirankusha. Because he doesn't want anything from anybody. So Nirankusha. So he cannot be controlled by anybody. Nirankusha. Swatantriyena, and he is at his will. He is free. Nirankusha sthitihi abhihi. Abhihi means what? No fear whatsoever. Abhihi. No fear whatsoever. Why fear? When there is nothing, why fear? Abhihi. And nidra, where will he sleep? Smashane or vane. In the smashana. In the graveyard. He sleeps along with the ghosts. And vane, or in the jungle. Swamiji, will there be snake in the jungle? Yes, of course. Why not? So vane, shmashane vane. Vastram, this I like really. What is that he wears? Kshalan shoshanadi rahitam. That which is not washed or dried. How wonderful. Kshalana means to wash, to. And shoshana means to dry. That which cannot be washed or dried. Meaning what? Anything. The bark of the tree or the skin of the tiger or whatever. Or, see, another thing, another option is given. Digva. He wears the direction as his clothes. Meaning what? He is naked. See, instead of saying naked, how beautifully he said, he wears sometimes the directions as his clothes. Apna ennappa, direction means what? Nothing he wears. Shayyamahi, where he will sleep? Shayyamahi, mahi means on the ground. He sleeps. So, he is not dependent on anything or anybody. That is his glory. And then where he chanchara, where he roams, he should walk around or roam around, na? Sancharaha nigamanta vitishu. Nigamanta means Vedanta. Vitishu means in that path of Vedanta he roams. Vedanta vakyeshu sada ramantaha Bhikshanna matre na chatushtimantaha Ashokavantak karunaikavantaha Kaupinavantak kalubhagyavantaha. Everybody. So he sleeps on the ground, and sancharaha nigamanta vidishu. In the Vedanta, in the path of Vedanta, he roams about. And krida pare brahmani, and where he sports pare brahmani, he is so entertained with himself, and he revels there in the pare brahmani. What a sthiti! This Vidya means this intelligent one, this jnani. He revels in his own self. And yes, occasionally he goes for alms, for begging. If he gets something, he eats. And he drinks from the river. And he sleeps anywhere. And he is not controlled by anybody, anyone. Swatantram. He lives like a ghost. Ghost also nobody can control. I suppose so. Except Mantravadi. So he lives like that, a very beautiful, wonderful life. Actually, even Maharaja cannot live like that. Maharaja means he has so much of chinta, worries, no? You go and see all these great people, chief ministers, prime ministers, every day something or other. Chinta. But he has got no chinta. That is why he is called as Maharaj. He is a real king of kings, Maharaj, Chakravarti. Why? He is so contented. That is a sign of a Chakravarti. He is contented. He doesn't want anything else. But even the Chakravarti of the world, he will want more. He wants to acquire more now. But he has got nothing to acquire, nothing to possess. Such a wonderful, great life he lives. Moving on. Vimanamālabhya shariramētad Gunaktya sheshan vishayanupastitan Parechaya bhalavadhatma veta Yo vyaktalingo nanu shakta bhahyaha Talingo nanu shakta bhahyaha Vimanamālabhya shariramētad Gunaktya sheshan vishayanupastitan Parechaya bhalavadhatma veta Yo vyaktalingo nanu shakta bhahyaha. Atma Veta. In the third line, the last word is Atma Veta. This Atma Veta, Alabhya Shariram Etad. Even though he lives in this body, Vimanam, he doesn't identify with this body. He is not limited to this body. Manam means to measure. Vimanam means he will not measure himself in terms of body. We always measure ourselves. What is your height? What is your weight? We measure ourselves in terms of the body, you know. But he never get caught into this chakkar of body identification. Even though he lives in the body. Lives means what? You see him with the body. But still, he has nothing to do with the body. And para ichchaya, if somebody else forces something on him, then asheshan vishayan upasthitan gunakti. So when somebody else offers him something, upasthitan vishayan, whatever comes unasked, vishayan, gunakti, he enjoys, asheshan, everything he enjoys. But he will not go after anything. But somebody offers something, then he accepts and he enjoys. For him it is nothing. For him it is eating or non-eating is both one only. So if somebody, parechaya means what? Somebody else's desire. Because of that, whatever comes to him, he accepts it gracefully. Yes, he says, wonderful, very nice. He eats. And this is very beautiful. Yaha avyakta lingaha. Avyakta lingaha means what? He cannot be identified as a jnani. He will not proclaim himself to be a jnani or behave like a jnani. Avyakta lingaha. Meaning what? Linga means what? Some sort of kuri, identification. Avyakta means you cannot identify him. You do not even know him that he is a great jnani. Avyakta linga. See, actually our Acharya this time was saying, some jnanis are very popular and they are respected. They are jnanis. But more than them, those jnanis who never reveal themselves, they are still greater, it seems. Who never reveals themselves. They are very, very ordinary. So, avyakta lingaha. You cannot suspect him to be a jnani. Avyakta lingaha.
You can feel the presence, Swamiji.
So, avyakta lingaha means what? He cannot be identified by any external marks. This is the idea. He is not identified with any external marks. So, he is very normal. And ananushakta bahyaha. He is never attached to anything external. Not to any disciples or devotees, not to any ashrama, not to anything. He is not attached to anything external. He is free totally. And you cannot identify him. Meaning, sometimes people come and ask me, Swamiji, have you seen Siddhas here in Tiruvannamalai? How do I know? Who is a Siddha, who is not a Siddha? No, just tell me, Swamiji. Have you seen any Siddha here? What can I say? Siddha, Siddha, I am a Siddha. No. So you cannot identify a Siddha. You should be a Siddha to know a Siddha. Otherwise, how can anybody know a Siddha? And why should you want to know any Siddha? You become a Siddha. You are the Siddha. Swamiji. Have you seen Siddha or not? People don't accept that they are also Siddhas only. They want to see a Siddha and get some quick results. He should touch me and something should happen. Kubera Lingam, go and worship. Tanga Kasa Kottu. And these people, chant this Kanagadara Sutra. Then they expect, no, Kotta Kanami. And the ceiling may fall if it is not very strong. So they are not identified with any external marks. Moodavadacharet. They sometimes look like idiots only, fools, that we are going to see later. So they have no identification with anything and they have no attachment towards any worldly things. Digambaro va picha sambaro va Tvagambaro va pichidambarastaha Unmattavadva picha bhalavadva Pishachavadva picharatyavanyam Digambaro va pichasambaro va Dvagambaro va pichidambarastaha Unmattavadva pichabalavadva Pishachavadva picharatyavanyam Digambaro vapi. Sometimes they are naked totally. Digambaraha. They wear only direction as their clothes. Digambaraha. Sometimes sa ambarahava. They are decently dressed also. Other times tvagambarova. Tvag means what? The skin. Skin of some animal or something. Tvagambarova. Or always they are what? Chidambarastaha. Chidambarastaha. How beautifully expressed. Chid ambaram means what? The consciousness itself is their ambaram. Ambara means their clothes. Consciousness itself is their dress. Meaning what? Pure, they live as pure consciousness. Whatever they may be wearing, but Chidambarastaha. So they are always Chidambarastaha. They are living as pure consciousness. Chidambaram means what? That is Chidambaram. That space which is nothing but consciousness. So that's why the Chidambara Rahasyam they show you, na? They show you something and this, you say, what you have seen? Nothing. What is there, Swami, actually? What is the Rahasyam? Nothing. Adha Rahasyama. Actually, there the Lord is worshipped as space. In Chidambaram, Lord is worshipped as space.
Isn't there a mirror there?
I don't know. I have not seen any mirror. It is only space, they say. No mirror. See, that Chidambara Rahasyam they show, na? See, Chidambara Rahasyam they show. Actually, what they show is the Bhagavan is like space. Closest to Bhagavan is space, na? So only for space they show Arati. And people will be looking everywhere. It will be very dark also. Even so he will be watching. And immediately they will close also. See, they are also very possessive. You should not know their secrets. So, see, Chidambara Rahasyam. And then they close. And it always remains as a Rahasyam only, a secret only. But what is the secret? The space is the Lord there. Nothing. That is God. That is what they are showing. Nothing. They are showing nothing actually. In Kadirgamam also if you go, Kadirgamam in Sri Lanka, down south, there is a temple for Muruga. It's called Kadirgamam. Very popular, very famous. All the Kartikeya's devotees, they go there. There, you will be very disappointed. You know why? They don't show any God. Only the screen. Screen there will be Subramanya with Valli Devayana. And we will be wondering, screen taraka poranga. They are going to open the screen now. Never it is opened. And behind the screen, what is there when you inquire? They say no murti, no idol. And no even veil. Some places they worship that veil, the spear. The weapon of Muruga, there is not even this veil there. What is there? Nobody knows. They don't show anybody, anytime. But it is very popular. See the faith of the people. They don't know what is behind. But still, Muruga, they say. So I tell, whenever I take people to Kadirgamam, I tell them, warn them sufficiently. See, there will be nothing. You will not be shown anything. Don't get disappointed. That place is very sacred. The place is very sacred, full of vibration. Nobody knows what is vibration. We know only here the vibration. Full of vibration, spiritual vibration. Therefore, you pray to the Lord there, but you won't be shown anything. So with all these inputs, we take them. So they are not disappointed. Otherwise, they will be expecting the screen to open. Screen will never open. And then there is a festival. During that festival, they take on a big elephant, they take a sort of a box. And they will not show you what is inside the box. Ellame mysterious. And then somebody told me there is an yantram there. Maybe it is true. Without anything, it won't be that popular. That yantram is there. That is very, very powerful, they say. And there is a bogar samadhi behind. That is powerhouse.
That is what?
Siddha. Siddha samadhi is there. So, sometimes you don't see anything. Chidambara Rahasyam also the same. They show you something before you see. They close it. And you are always bewildered. Ennadhaan irukkupaanu solittu. எதுக்கு இதெல்லாம் ஆரம்பிச்சோம்? Chidambarastaha. Chidambarastaha means the consciousness is his clothes. Meaning what? He reminds us pure consciousness. Chidambarastaha. Chidambareshaha.
Dikshita, what is it? He said some leaves are there.
Where?
That, behind that golden leaves or...
Where? In Chidambaram. Not in the Kadirgamam. No, in Chidambaram you are saying. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes these priests may say something else also. I don't know. Unmattavadvapi jabalavadva. They remain like what? Madman. Unmattavadvapi. Balavadva means like a child. They are not childish, but they are childlike. There is a difference between childish and childlike. You know that, na? So now I have become a jnani. From here onwards I will behave very childish. No, nobody will tolerate that. Unmattavad means what? He is madman. Why he is called as madman? He is living in a different world, which we cannot understand. That is why we label him as mad. Visaran Sellappa Swami. The Yoga Swami's guru is called as Visaran, Paityam, mad. Why? Because he lives in a different plane, different dimension actually. So we cannot understand their lives. Sheshadri Swami, nobody knows where he lived. Nobody knows where he ate, where he slept. He was just roaming around. Just he appears and disappears. Nobody knows. So people think they are mad. Because we are mad, from our standpoint, he is mad.
So he used to break shops and all sorts.
Because they are very happy about it. When he enters and he breaks, then that day the business will be amoham. Yeah, they want him to come and break things actually. So he behaves sometimes like Unmattavad, mad man. Not behaves, people can't understand. Therefore they label him as mad. Balavat like a child. He is always blissful and happy for no reason. And doesn't think about the past, doesn't think about the future. He is in the present, always blissful, like a child. See? Or Pishachavadvapi, Charati Anyam. Some others, they roam around like Pishachavat, like a ghost. Meaning what? Fearless. We are scared of ghosts, no? I don't know whether ghosts are scared of us, we don't know. But ghost means fearless. And nobody can control him. Nobody can dictate terms to him. You cannot go there, you cannot roam around like that at 12 o'clock in the night. Nobody can say anything to him. He roams around anywhere, smashana, or anywhere he roams around. So that is his state. Nobody can fathom his state. Why? He sees nothing else other than the self. Therefore, no fear. And he has no agenda. Therefore, he roams anywhere. Sittan pokku, Sivam pokku. Andi pokku, Ade pokku. In Tamil they say, Siddhan pokku, Sivan pokku na, whatever the Lord wills. Siddhan means what? One who attained. Sittan pokku, Sivan pokku. He is like Lord Shiva, or whatever the Lord's will, that happens. He is not making any sankalpa. Andi pokku, Ade pokku. Meaning the sannyasi also should live like that. Like what? No sankalpa. Whatever is the Lord's will, it will happen. So that is how he lives. And having no needs from the world, he roams around freely. See, in the next verse, 542, there are two versions. I want to check with your book. What is written? Kaman Nishkama Rupi?
Yes.
Kaman. Nishkama Rupi? Kaman. Okay.
Nikama Rupi.
Okay. Nishkama Rupi. Nik.
In the
Oh, English.
footnote, he says part where Nikama Rupi.
Okay.
But it is the preferred word is Nikama.
Both are same. Both are same.
Please tell both some.
Both are same meaning only. Nikkama, Nishkama is only Sandhi. Sandhi means what? When it is joined or it is split. That's all. Like Lakana, Lakshmana, both are one. Lakshmana or Lakana, something like that. Yeah. Kama Nishkama Rupi San.
Kama Nishkama Rupi San.
Charatyeka Charo Munihi. Sancharati. Ekacharo Munihi. Samsharati dane. Okay. Swatmanaiva sadha tushtaha. Swayam sarvatmana stitaha. Kaman nishkama rupi san. Charatyeka charo munihi. Swatmanyeva sada tushtaha Swayam sarvatmana stitaha. See, it is said, see, two ways it is interpreted. Kamani, kamani means whatever comes to him he eats. Annam, anni means kamani. Whatever comes to him he eats. But by himself he is nishkami. He has no desire. But whatever comes to him, as if he is full of desire, he eats it, relishes it. See, it is interpreted that way. But inside he has nothing. But outside he may appear as if he is relishing and enjoying. Something like that. See, Gurudev, if you go and see Gurudev's commentary, something like that only is expressed. And some other place it says Kamarupi means he can take any form. Kamarupi, as per his wish. Kamarupi, he can take any form of his wish, by his will he can take any form. Kamarupi. Sancharati ekacharo munihi. While he is roaming around, never ever he roams with his friend or with somebody. Ekacharo munihi. Always alone. Ekacharo munihi. Meaning what? It is not physical. Actually, it is not physical. He lives in his own world, in his own way. See, he will not imitate anybody. See, at the same time Bhagavan was there, Seshadri Swamiji was there. Seshadri Swami was very elderly to Bhagavan actually. Never ever Bhagavan thought, hey, Seshadri Swami is well respected, I should behave like him. No. And never ever Seshadri Swami thought, I should be like this person. He is very much worshipped by everybody. No, they live. Because for them, it's all nothing. Whether you worship them or you condemn them, they have nothing. So, Kamarupi and Sancharati Ekacharo Munihi. And they live their own way. Ekacharo. And Swatmani Eva Sada Tushtaha. And they are fulfilled in their own self. Swayam Sarvatmana Sthitaha. And from that standpoint, the self alone is the self of all. So therefore, there is nothing to prove anywhere to anybody. So they live in their own way. Some people are understood, worshipped. Some people are not understood. Some people are even condemned, criticized. For them it is all nothing. Because they are santushtaha. They are so content and fulfilled within. They don't care for what you say. Anyway, how does it matter if a fool says something? If a fool says something, how does it matter? So he doesn't give any value to anybody's opinion. Swayam Sarvatmana Sthitaha. He lives as the self of all. Sarvatmana Sthitaha. So therefore, he roams around freely as alone always. And he is very santushtaha. And he lives as the self of all. Meaning what? For him, nobody is a stranger. Anniyamavi ari pakamata. Whoever it is. For them, everybody is their own self. That is why their compassion is boundless and unconditional. Unconditional. No condition. Why? Because they see as themselves. See, we love ourselves for what reason? Why we love ourselves? For no reason. Because the self is Ananda Swarupa. That is why there is so much of love. Whatever gives Ananda, we love. That is why the self is called as Ananda Swarupam. Because we love it unconditionally. So it is called as Ananda Rupam. For them, everybody is their own self. Therefore, they love everybody equally. And then the 543rd verse is also a very interesting verse. Kvachinmudho vidwan Kvachidhapi Maharaja Vibhavaha Kvachid Bhranta Saumyaha Kvachida Jagarachara Kalitaha Jagarachara Kalitaha क्वचित् पात्रीभूतः क्वचित् अभवत् अवमतः क्वाप्यविदितः चरत्येवं प्राज्ञः सतत परमानंद सुखितः क्वचिन् मूढ़ः sometimes he appears like a fool, मूढ़ः like a dull-witted one, as if not knowing anything. Apadiya? Oh, like a मूढ़ा he behaves. क्वचित् vidwan, sometimes he behaves like a pandita. You ask him anything, he can quote from scriptures. It all depends on what mood, whatever mood nu solla mudiyadhu, whatever state he is. Sometimes he quotes scriptures and he gives you beautiful, sort of explanation of everything. Sometimes for some reason, whatever may be the reason, he will act as if he doesn't know anything. So, kvachin moodaha, kvachin vidwan, kvachidapi maharaja vibhavaha. Sometimes he looks very royal. He behaves also very royal. Maharaja vibhavaha. Kvachit bhrantaha. Sometimes he behaves as if he is a bhrantaha, deluded fool. Bhrantaha. Saumyaha. Sometimes very pleasant, very quiet, peaceful. And kvachit, sometimes, this is very, very Vedika irukku parunga. Ajagara chara kalitaha. Like a python which is motionless. Sometimes he remains like a python, means what? Not moving at all. For days together he can be like that. The python after eating its prey, it goes into somebody else's, this thing, and the ants, I suppose. And they just like that, they remain like that for some days together. Months together. So,
depending on what he has
eaten. Ajagara chara kalitaha. So, like the motionless python, sometimes he may remain. Kvachit patri bhutaha. Sometimes he is worshipped by the people. Patri bhutaha. They really revere him and worship him. Kvachit avamataha. Sometimes some people insult him also. Avamataha. Humiliate him. He doesn't care. Kvachit aviditaha. Sometimes he is not even recognized. Aviditaha means people don't even recognize him. They take him for some beggar or something. Aviditaha, not recognized. Charati evam prajnaha satata. That is how this prajnaha, the man of knowledge, he roams in this world. But one thing is common. Parama ananda sukhitaha. He is always blissful and he revels in his own glory. This is always. But expression, sometimes like a fool, sometimes like a pandita, sometimes like a python, sometimes worshipped, sometimes humiliated. For him it makes no difference. He is same. அதனால அவனை கிராக்னு சொல்லுவாங்க சில சமயம். You can't.
Some of them are wearing gunny bags. You don't.
Yeah, they wear everything. Yeah, they wear gunny bags. Anything goes. If you go to Kumbh Mela, you get all sorts of sadhus. Everybody you get. All these varieties you get.
Yes.
But this one Mahatma himself can act all this way also. And you get all sorts of people there. So you cannot fathom his depth. You cannot know him truly, what he is. So such a glorious state. But one thing is, he is always blissful. Because he has found his true nature, which is all bliss. So that is not compromised at any circumstances. He is always blissful. Shall we stop here or go for one more? One more we will go. See. Nirdhanopi sada tushtaha apyasahayo mahabalaha nitya triptopya bunjanaha apsamah samadarshanaha nirdhanopi sada tushtaha. Nirdanaha, he has nothing. Dhanam means wealth. He has nothing to possess. He has nothing. No wealth, nothing, no possession. Sada Tushtaha, but he is so always fulfilled, contented. See, what we think, only when we have more wealth, bank balance, everything, then, good. We feel little satisfied. But for him, Nirdanaha, absolutely no wealth or no properties, nothing. But Sada Tushtaha, he is always fulfilled, contented. Asahayo api mahabalaha. This api is only apyan vandirukadu. Asahayo api mahabalaha. Asahayo means there is no one to assist him, help him. There is nobody for him. But mahabalaha, he is very powerful. See, only when you get lot of people around you, you are considered to be very powerful. No? But he has got nobody to help him, assist him, or to come for his rescue. But still he is Mahabalaha. Why? Because that is the real Atma Balam he has got. That is the real Balam. Inner strength. Atma Balam is the real strength. He has got it. So he doesn't depend on anybody. Therefore, Asahayo means what? He has got no help from anybody. But still he is all powerful. Abunjanoho api nitya triptaha. Abunjanaha means what? He doesn't enjoy like us in the sense objects. Still nitya triptaha. Still he is very, very contented, happy. See, for us, only when we indulge more, we feel we are, leading a wonderful life. But for him, he is not seems to indulge in anything. But somehow, he is always happy and blissful, contented. Not wanting anything. Samadarshana. See? Asamaha, samadarshanaha. Samadarshana, see the play of words actually. Samadarshanaha means what? Equanimous. Samadarshi. Asamaha means what? He cannot be compared to anybody. See, api, meaning what? Even though he is samadarshanaha, but he cannot be compared to anybody. The sama, the play of words. So Samadarshana is always equal to everybody, everything. But himself, asamaha. He cannot be compared to anybody. Asamaha. He is beyond. So that is his glorious state. So like us, for us, if there is a lot of wealth, artha, and if we indulge more and more, kama, then we are smart. We are successful people. Is that not so? If you have got a big bungalow and a house in Kodaikanal or somewhere, Ooty, then you feel, but for him there is nothing. But still he feels very happy and contented. For us, indulgence is happiness. To drink, to dance, to indulge. For him, he is not involved in anything, but he is so blissful. How? Because he has got that Purnam inside. And is always equanimous. He cannot be compared to anybody. Asamaha. So he is unique. And even though he has got nobody, but still he is Mahabalaha. He is all powerful. He never feels he is weak or deserted, all alone. No. In fact, he is so happy about not associating with anything or anybody. So such a life he leads. We will stop here and continue in the next class. Om Purnamadha Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.